Hi Terence and Bev. Your bed and breakfast is getting a long way now. We look forward to our visit there and hopefully it will be open soon. I saw some comments about others saying why you invest too much in your age on that enormous project. Don't mind on them. I know your intention on that is to secure Beth's future, and we are on the same page on that with my wife. I bought a 10 hectares of farmland for my wife so that she don't need to worry when I left this body. Laughing out loud. There might be people criticize that we have there might be people that will criticize that we have a big dreams with an empty mind. Let them be.
Yeah. Yes, it's a big dream. The fact is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do, big or small, wide, deep, high. It doesn't matter. There will always be people whose job it is to criticize, and it's unavoidable. That you can't go through life and say, "I wish there were no negative people," because that's their job. And just in the same way that you have your job to think big and buy a farm, which your wife will be able to earn a living from when you pass, there are people whose job it is to pull that down. So, got to get ready. You have a big dream. You'll have a lot of little dogs barking at you and yapping at your heel, telling you that it's too much. And when people do that, it's not really worth a response, not directly to them. This is what we found, is that actually talking directly to them, while it does give you some, what can we say, some venting relief, it never works. So the best thing to do is to talk generally about these things and do what the heck you want. It's your stuff, it's your life, it's your money, it's your wife, it's your everything. Just get along with it. But thanks for the encouragement.
You know, there are some people that they love to travel because it's a kind of way for them to invest. You know, but there are also people that wanted to buy something for future investment. You know, and that's what we choose. You know, so that's what Terence and I chose, because we know that it's not always like we always use the ants, you know, the ants. The ants, yeah, the ant, yes. Ants. You know,
what about the ants? I haven't heard this one.
We use the ants theory. When it's rainy season, you need to save, and that's what we did.
This is what ants do.
You know, that's what the ants do. When it's rainy season, and when it's dry season, they pick up a lot of food, you know, and save. And then during the rainy seasons, they're okay. And that's what we use on the investment that we have. You know, there are some people that might criticize on what we're doing, you know, but at the end of the day, we always look at it as an investment. And that investment is it's not just only benefits us, but it's also give works to other people. And that's
it.
what
I think one of the best pieces of advice that you can have, which works for us, once again, whenever you ask for advice, the person you're asking for advice from will always give you advice that is based on the sum total of his wins and loses. Yeah. So his triumphs and his failures. And if you make the mistake of asking advice from someone who has had more failures than successes, don't be surprised if they say don't do it. When I was in the UK, I started off and I used to ask two guys for advice. They were both electricians, and if I was doing an electrical project, I would ask either Tony or Bill. Now, if I asked Bill and I told him, I'm putting in a ring main and I need to put 12 sockets and blah, 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 he would go, you're doing it yourself? Oh boy, really? But the other one, Tony, I'd ask him and he'd say, okay, where are you at? This is where I'm at. So this is what you need, and the first step is to do this. And he would walk me through it because he knew it was possible to happen. And that's the kind of person that you need to ask for advice from. The other guy, only a couple of times, and then I scrubbed him off my advisor list. And I think that that works. No debt is what works. If I pass, and who knows when that could happen, Beth will not have any debts. So even with a very modest salary which she could earn from various places which are already in place, she would still be able to survive. Wouldn't you, darling?
Yeah.
Really? So I'm giving